Python is one of the emerging programming languages. According to the most recent figures, Python is the most used coding language for about 80% of developers. The syntax of this high level programming language is simple to understand. Python's large library system makes it a best choice for data science, machine learning, and artificial intelligence projects. So, hello learners. Welcome to Simplilearn's YouTube channel, and today we have come up with some amazing Python projects that will help you to improve your Python skills. We will create an MP3 player and video player using Python. But before we begin, if you love watching tech videos, subscribe to our channel, like the tutorial, and hit the bell icon to never miss an update. We will create an MP3 player using Python. And before starting, first we should have a look on what we would create. So for that, we will move to our code. Simply run this. You can see that the Tkinter window has appeared. And this is our media player. We have named it Simply Music Player. We have the GIF that would be running continuously. And we have the Browse Music button, which will direct you to the any folder you want to open that have the MP3 player files. I've selected this folder. It has 4 files and we'll play Hey There. We'll just click on that and click on the play button. It will play the music. Now we'll just click on the pause button. So this is our MP3 player. So before starting the coding, I have a simple question for you guys. So moving to that. So the question is, who wrote the poem Zen of Python? And your options are Tim Berners-Lee, Tim Peters, Guido van Rossum, or Kevin Goldsmith. You could see the poem here also. You can easily get this poem. You just have to write import this in your interpreter and just press enter. You will get the poem. So please answer in the comment section below and we'll update the correct answer in the pinned comment. You can pause the video, give it a thought, and answer in the comment section. So moving to our code. First, we will create a folder. And name it as create MP3 player using Python. And inside, we'll open the command prompt and write the command code space period and press enter. This will open up the editor, that is Visual Studio Code. If you want, you can use any editor. You have hands on any editor, you can use anyone. And here we will create a file and we will name it as player.py only. And we would require music also for that, and some GIFs and some images for our buttons. You can easily get those images from any free images website, or you can just get them drawn in the paint or Photoshop them. You can arrange them from anywhere. So we have our pics in this folder. So we'll copy all these and we have the music folder. It has 4 files and this is the copyright free music, so we can play on YouTube. We will paste this in a folder only, that is create MP3 player using Python. Yeah. Moving back to our Visual Studio Code. So first thing is we should install the Python packages before starting our coding. So we would require the Tkinter package. It is already installed as you install the Python. If you want to install it again, just go to your terminal and write the command pip install tk. As you can see that the requirement is already satisfied, so I don't have to install it again. You can install it just writing the command and press enter. And the next we have to install is the Pygame. To import the mixer class, the command would be pip install Pygame and press enter. You can see that the requirement is already satisfied. I've already installed the Pygame module. You just have to write the command and press enter. You will get them installed very easily. And the next module we need is time. So you can install the date time module or the time module. It's your wish. So we have to write the command pip install date time. So it was not installed on my system. It has been installed and it doesn't have some classes in the module. It has installed them and it says the requirement is already satisfied for other modules. Okay. So now, and the last is OS module. Install the this window is not going, so we will just go to the terminal. Okay. Just get a terminal and write the command here pip install os and press enter. So it will install the OS module for you. It is doing for me right now. And we would be using the Tkinter module to create the GUI. And Tkinter is a Python module that is used to develop graphical user interface. And as I told you, there's no need to install it. It is the part of the standard Python library, so it would be installed as you install Python on your system. So it's downloading. Till then, we'll just import our packages. First, we'll import time, and that we will use in to get the GIF setup in our GUI. So we'll import the time, and from Tkinter, we will import all the classes and we will import the field dialog. And from Pygame, we'll import the mixer class to get our buttons functioning to make our MP3 music video, music like MP3 file to start playing, to pause it, and to resume it again. So for that, we'll write the command from Pygame import mixer. It's still downloading. Till then, we'll import the OS also. It will get it downloaded and installed for us. So first we'll create the Tkinter video window. For that, we'll write the simple command root equal to tk in circular brackets and write the command root dot main loop, and if we save it and run it, Oh, sorry, it was downloading. Mm, Just post the downloading. Okay, we'll see it again. So you can see that the Tkinter window has appeared on the screen. It's the output. It's a simple Tkinter video. Now we will add functions to it. We'll add size to it. We will add background color and we'll do other functionings to that. So Tkinter provides many methods and one of them is geometry method. And it is used to set the dimensions of the Tkinter window as you have seen. So we will just position the main window on the user's desktop. We'll use the command root.geometry for that. Set the size as 485 cross, that is x only, and for y axis it would be 700. And now you would get it 290 points shifted from x axis and 10 points shifted from y axis, and we have to put them in inverted commas. We will save the file and run it again. You can see that the Tkinter window has changed its geometry and it has set the x-axis as 485 and y-axis as 700, and when it appeared it was 290. As see what dimension it uses, it was 290 points apart from the x-axis and 10 points apart from y-axis. Yeah, 290 and 10. So now we'll give the title to this window. For that, we'll write the command root.title and just write the title. If you want to give it, you can give it anyway. So we'll name it as Simply Music Player. And now we'll use the configure function. So Tkinter configure function, it is used on any widget to change settings that you may have applied earlier or haven't applied yet. So for that, we'll write the command root.configure and we will set the background color. So write background equal to, and in inverted commas, we'll write the hexa code for this color. So we're setting the gray color for our background. We'll save it and run the file so you can see the output. So we have set the Simply Music Player as the root title of our Tkinter window, and we have configured the background color as gray. So moving on. Now we will use the resizable method. It is used to allow Tkinter root window to change its size according to the user's need, as well as it will prohibit, like it will not allow you to change the size of the window. The window you just saw on the screen, that was a Tkinter window. So we'll use the resizable function and we will prohibit, will not allow anyone to change its dimensions. So for that, we'll write the command root.resizable false, comma, false. So in resizable method, user can pass either positive integer or true to make the window resizable. To make window non-resizable, user can just pass 0 or false. We have passed false, so our window won't be resizable. We'll save this file and run it again. You can see now we can't resize it. So first I will comment this command and save it and run it for you guys. You can see that you can resize it now, but after we write this command, no one is allowed to resize the Tkinter window. So we'll save this and run it. You can see now no one is allowed to resize this window. You won't get any option. So now moving on, as you have seen the previous dimensions and the demonstration of the Simply Music player, we'll create as same as that only. So we will place the GIF here, a label here, and place the buttons on that, and beneath that we will just create a label and browse all the files there. So we'll start with the frame. For that we'll write the command. First we'll create a variable and name it as lower frame, and a frame is a rectangular region on the screen. It can be used as a foundation class to implement complex widgets. It is used to organize a group of widgets. So we'll be creating a frame and we'll place different buttons on that. That would be the play button, pause button, and the stop button, and the volume, that is just the image. We'll place the volume image there. So lower frame equal to, we'll write frame to get a frame, and inside we'll pass root and get a background color as white. That will write the hexacode hash, and the hexacode for white color is FFF, and that is 6 times. You can go and search on the web about the hexacodes, like which color is associated with which hexacode, or you can just write the simple name of the colors. You can get your background set as well, that also. And here we'll set the width for our frame. So width will set as 485 only. It should cover the whole window in X dimensions. And for height, we'll set it as 180. We'll create the same Simply Music player as I have shown as I've shown the demonstration earlier. So we have set the height as 180. So now we will use the place method that allows you to explicitly set the position and size of a window or anything. Like we are just creating a frame, so it would use to position and size of the frame. It would be either in absolute terms or relative to another window. So for that we will write the command. First we will get the frame that is stored in the lower underscore frame variable and use the place function to place it in our Tkinter window, and write the dimensions for that. We would start from x equal to 0 and place it at y equal to 400. Now we'll save the file and run it. Okay, we have one Tkinter window already opened, so I closed it. You could see that this is the frame. We have set it at x equal to 0 and y equal to 400. So it would measure as y equal to 0 here and y equal to 400 here. So we have placed the frame. Now we'll place the buttons on that. And first we will set a logo for Simply Music Player that we have in a folder. So this is the logo for our Simply Music Player. We will set it. For that, we'll write the command. First, we will create a variable and name it as image icon. And here we will use photo image. So like after writing in this photo image, it would like it would create a photo image object, and you can use it in other widgets that accept an image argument. That is, some buttons they accept image argument, photo image argument. You can use the images there also, and the image object is returned by the photo image function. It's the easy to display a picture in Python. However, the photo image class only supports the GIF and PGM, PPM formats, which is a concern. JPEG, JPG, and PNG are the formats that are most often used. So now, in the photo image object, we'll just write the location of the file as we have it in the same folder. So we'll write the name only, that is logo space PNG, and the extension, that is PNG only. Now to get it set as icon photo, we'll write the command root dot icon photo, and pass the argument as false, comma, image underscore icon. Now we'll save the file. First we'll close the previous one and run it. You could see that the logo has been placed there. So now moving on, we will create the menu. We will again run the file. So here we will create the menu to browser music. So for that, first we will create a variable menu and create a photo image object and write the file name only, as here we don't have to set the path as all the images are in the same folder only. So for this we will use the menu.png, that is the white image. I will show you what we will get as output. So we have to place this in inverted commas. And now for this we will create a label. So in Tkinter, some widgets can display an image such as label and button. So in Tkinter, label repeat. In Tkinter, label is a widget that is used to implement display boxes where you can place text or images. So we will create a label here and place the menu.png image on that. So to create it, we'll write the command. We have started with label, and inside we will pass root and the image. We will write the variable name here, that is menu. And now we will place it. we'll position it in our Tkinter window. So for that, write the command place, and inside write x equal to 0, and the dimensions are okay. So y would be 580, and we'd also set the width and height for that, and the width would be 485, so it could cover the whole. Sorry, I didn't write the width. That would be 485, and now we'll set the height. Height will set as 100 only, as it would be in the bottom section, so it won't get much height. So we'll save this and run the file. You can see that we have created a label here also and a label here also, and we have pasted the white image, placed the white image on that label. So this is the label that is of the white color, and now we have placed another image on another label. So I will show you what for what purpose we have done that. So first we will create a button that would be for the browse music. That will write first pass root, and then what text we want to show on that button. That would be browse music, and then we will set the width of that button. That would be 59, and then we would set its height and set the height as 1 only. And now you can set font also, like which font you want to get displayed on that button. For that, you just have to write font equal to and start the circular brackets, and inside you can write which font you want. I will go with Calibri, and font size would be 12, and I want it bold, so in inverted commas I will write bold, and outside this circular bracket I will set the foreground color, that is the text color only, foreground color, as black. You can write the hexacode or just write the name of the color, and we'll set the background color as white for this button. Use hexacode here, that is 6 maps. And now what function does this button do? So it will show us the music that would be stored in our folder. We will browse the folder, and it will show us the mp3 files that would be contained in that folder. So in command we will write the name of the function that we will create to get all the mp3 files. So we will as add music only. Now outside this bracket we will place it. It's showing error as we have not defined the add music function. So we'll place it at x equal to 0, y equal to 550. Now add scroll bar so that when we get all our mp3 files, we can just browse just by scrolling, so we can get all the mp3 files on that small window we will create now. So we'll set the scroll bar for that. For that, write the command scroll bar, and inside get a frame music. So first we'll set another frame, and we will get it as gray color only. For that, we will write the command frame underscore music. We will create a frame, and inside we will pass root and set the border equal to 2 and relief equal to rich. So we have set the relief equal to rich. So relief is a style, and it's a style of a widget that refers to certain simulated 3D effects, and we are giving the 3D effect to a button, and that effect is rich. So we will see that, but before that we have to get our add music defined. So no, we won't get the Tkinter window as we have to define the add music. So we have created the frame, and now we will place this, and after that we will create that music function. For this we will write frame underscore music, that was the variable name, and period place, and now we will position it in a Tkinter window. So we want it at x equal to 0, y equal to 700, so we would place it at 585, and we would so define its width and height. So width would be 485 and height is 100. So we were creating the scroll bar. So first we'll create the scroll bar and then define the add music function. So now we will set the scroll bar in the frame music variable, as we want the scroll bar in that frame. I will show you in the demo only after I create the add music function. So first we'll create the add music function only. So we will create it here. And name it as add music. And first we want that it should have path, and here we would use file dialog, so it would pop out the dialog box to the directory which we would assign or take it to. Next, right, if our path. Change directory, pass the path here, songs equal to s dot list of directory path okay. We have problems here, but now we'll resolve them. So first, if the path we have chosen, and here we will change the path, and in this songs variable we'll get the list of all the songs in that directory. And now we will create or run a for loop for song in songs, but all the songs we got, if song ends with mp3, that is .mp3, get playlist dot insert, will pass and the process and pass the song. So we will get this playlist variable working in another function, that would be the play music function. So it should play the music. For that we'll create the function play music, create a variable name that would be music underscore name, and inside get playlist dot get and make it active. And now we will print music name, and this would be printed in the terminal. First pass active, that is which music is playing. And now we would use the mixer class and music dot load function and pass the playlist. Use the function load get and get it as active. And now here we will play it. Now we're getting errors for playlist. So first get the playlist variable that would be having all the songs in that. So for that we will write a variable playlist, and that would be equal to, it would have the list box equal to list box, and inside we'll pass the frame that we have created for music, and set its width, that would be equal to 100. And now we will set the font for that, so you can see all the names of the mp3 files in the same font only. And for that we would write Times New Roman and set the font size as 10. And outside this bracket we'll set the background color for the playlist. For that write PG and we'll set it as gray only. So hexa code for gray is 33333, and that is 6 times. We'll close the inverted commas and set the foreground color as gray only. Now select background, that would be of the light blue color. Set the cursor as hand to. I will explain you what this means. First we'll set the border equal to 0 only. Y scroll command, that would be equal to light blue. Now we will set the Y scroll command, that would be equal to scroll dot set. So it should be used to scroll. So we have set the cursor equal to hand to, that means that it would convert to hand when we scroll on the list box. That is when we would try to select any of the mp3 player files, it would show us the hand cursor. And the background color is light blue we have set, and scroll command equal to scroll dot set. Okay, now we will configure it. Okay, maybe we have some errors, we will resolve them and we will see the output also just after this. So first we will configure the scroll bar. So for that we'll use the variable only scroll dot config, and inside we will have the command equal to playlist dot y view. So I should have in the y axis only. And now back the scroll bar, place it at right, and fill the y-axis. For that, we'll write fill equal to y, and now we will pack the playlist dot pack, place it side equal to right, and it should fill both the sides. Get should be filled, so that will write the command, which cannot appear after keyword argument. Okay, we'll get it sorted. Save the file, run it. So you can see that we have the browse music button here, and if we click it, we have the functioning. It will we will select the folder, create mp3 player, and this is the folder that is music, and we'll select it. It has 4 files. I will show you in that also. So this is the folder. It has 4 files. It is displaying us all the 4 files, and you can see that we have the cursor as hand here, that is we have set it as hand 2. So now we will do other functionings, that is place the GIF, run it, and place the buttons. So first we will place the buttons and run it. So for that, after this frame music, we'll start with the buttons. So first we'll create the play button. For that we will create a variable and name it as button play, and we will use a photo, a picture for that button. That will create a photo image object and pass the file for it, and we have that file name play1.png. So we'll just write the name of that file in inverted commas, and now we will set the functioning, set the button, will pass root, and the image is equal to the variable we have set it for, that is button play with is capital for play, and we'll set the background color for the button. That would be white only because we have the white label here, so it would be perfect for that. And now we'll set the border, that would be equal to 0, and okay, we have to place it in inverted commas, else it would be functioning as a comment only. We have set the border, that is equal to 0. Now height, okay, HHT. Oh, so just forgot the spelling of height. Okay, so I have to declare the height first. So we will get these buttons in 60 to 60 dimensions only. We'll set the height as 60 and width also as 60. And now we would set the command for this button. So what functioning should it do? For that, we will write the function name, that is play music, and now we will place this at x equal to 215 and y equal to 487. And we have created the play music function above. You can see that it has the functioning to play the music. We have used the mixer.music.load from the Pygame, and it would get the playlist and the active contents there, and it would play it. So we are done with a play button. We'll save it and run the file. So when Tkinter window is opened, first we'll close that. Start it. So first we'll browse. So this was the folder Pygame music. We'll select this folder. You can see we have these 4 files. We'll click on the one and just click on the play button. Okay, we forgot to add one functioning. So first we will create all these buttons and then add all other functionings. Now we will create the second button, that would be the stop button. For that, we will create a variable and name it as button stop. And here also we'll create a photo image object. Pass file in inverted commas, and we have stop1.png for this. So we'll just write the file name, and in the next line we will define the functioning of this button. So inside button we will pass root and image, that is the variable button stop, and set the background color equal to white only, and that would be in the inverted commas. And now we'll set its border, that would be 0, and height and width would be 60 only. And after that we'll set its command, that would be mixer dot music dot stop. So we are using the mixer class, the music class inside that, and the stop function. And now we'll place this in a Tkinter window. For that we'll write the dimensions for that: x equal to 130 and y equal to 487. So we have created the stop button. We will save this and run the file. You can see that the stop button is also displaying on a Tkinter window. And now we will make a third button, that would be the pause button. For that we'll use the pause1 png, this is the image. So for that, you can just copy these things, place it here. So button pose equal to photo image, and we will use the image pose1.png, and get it big only as we have set all others as big. So button pose, background color white, border 0, height 60, width 60. Command would be mixer.music.pose, and we'll place it at 300, 487. We'll save this file and run it. You can see that we have the pause button displayed here. Now we will get the volume button, not the volume button, just the image. So this is the image, volume.png. We will get it there. So for that we will create a variable volume1 and create a photo image object and set the file location, and the location is, it's already placed in the same folder, so we'll just write the name of the file, that is volume.png, and that would be in the inverted commas. And now we will place this at x equal to 20 and y equal to 487. Now I'll save this and run the file. So we are having some errors. Okay, we can't directly use the place here. So first we'll create another variable and create a label for this image. So for that we will use panel and equal to well, inside will pass root comma that is equal to volume1 and now we will use the place and place it at x equal to, that was at 300 and y would be 700, that would be 487. So now we'll save this file and run it. You can see, okay, we have made a mistake here. So it should be here, so x would be less, it would be around 20 and y would be same for that only. So we'll change that. Save this and run the file again. Yeah, you can see that we have the volume image, we have the play button, the pause button and the stop button. Now we'll get the GIF working for us. And now we will get our GIF working, but before that we will make the mixer initialize so that our buttons they should function, that is play, pause and stop. So we've imported the mixer class, so we will initialize it. We'll save this and run the file. Now you can browse the music, click on the any mp3 file and click on the play button. You can hear that the music is playing. So I will pause it. And now we will start with the functioning of our GIF. So we have to cut the previous part, and now start with frame count. So the frame count of our GIF is 30, and we will store it in a variable. And now we will create another variable as frames, and inside we'll start with square brackets and create a photo image object, and inside we'll pass the file, the GIF file. The name of the file is a1.gif, and here we have to specify the format of the file. For that we'll write format equal to in commas gif one index, and we'll set the index and I. So we would be using the list comprehension here. Now we will run the loop. So for that we'll write for I in and use the range of the frame count. So what we will do is, the GIF has so many images in that, so we have to run a loop so it would again repeat itself, as the frame count would be equal to the count, as the images would be repeated in a loop. We will set the count equal to 0 and repeat it again. So for that, now we'll create a function and name it as update, and inside we'll pass a variable id, create a variable with name frame, and inside we will pass ind variable frames, and as this image would be displayed, we will increment the ind variable, and if ind is equal to frame count, that is if it has displayed all the images in the GIF, we will set it at 0 and run it again, and we would set the GIF and label. So we will configure it, and we have two Find the label also. So for that, we'll write label equal to label, and inside we'll pass the root, and now we'll configure it and pass image equal to what frame we have currently, like and now we'll use the after function and pass 40 milliseconds so that the animation would start again, and pass the update function the current IND. And now we will place the label and x equal to 0 and y equal to 0, and again we will run the after function and pass 0 milliseconds, and the update function 0 frames. Okay, define this if statement only. Okay, first we have to place the label statement above now. Yeah. Now we are done with our GIF. Save this and run the file. So we are getting an error here. Okay, so it's updated. Okay, then save this file and run it again. Okay, encode displayed. So we have this label above. Just browse the files, select the folder and click on any file and just click on the play button. You can see that our mp3 player is working. We'll just set the GUI again. You pause it, or you could stop it. So we will get this downwards. For the starting of the buttons. Now we'll save the file and click on run button. You can see that the GIF has taken the whole frame, and now we'll browse the files. We've selected the folder, and our if statement will find the mp3 files. You click on the file, just click on the play button. You can see that our Simply Music player is working fine. So I will share the code link with you in the description. And we will create a video player using Python. Before starting, let us have a simple question to brush up on our knowledge. And your question is, which of the following is the correct extension of the Python file? And your options are, the first option is .python, the second is .py, third is .pl, and the fourth one is .pj. Please answer in the comment section below and we will update the correct answer in the pinned comment. You can pause the video, give it a thought, and answer in the comment section. And insightful for you guys, if you are focused on building strong fundamental skills for career growth, in that case, you can check out a free course to learn Python basics with a completion certificate from Skill Up by Simplilearn. You can check the Python basics free Skill Up course with that link in the description box below. And now, moving on, we'll start with a project that is creating a video player using Python. So for that, first we will create a folder and name it as create video player using Python. And inside, we'll open the command prompt and type the command code space period and press enter. It will open our Visual Studio Code, as I would be coding in the Visual Studio Code only. You can code in any IDE that you're suitable with. So moving on, first I will create a file with the name video now. To start with our project, first we need to install the Python modules. We don't have to write new code for everything. We can use existing code written by experts that are in the form of modules. So first we will install the modules, and the modules we would require here would be, the first one would be Tkinter. And Tkinter is a Python module that is used to develop GUI, that is Graphical User Interface, and there's no need to install any module for that, as the Tkinter module is a part of the standard Python library, so it's already installed if you have installed the Python. So you don't have to install the Tkinter. We will also use datetime module here. So for that, we'll write the command pip space install date time and press enter. As you can see that it states that the requirement is already satisfied. I've already installed the datetime module, so I don't have to install that. You can just write the command pip space install space datetime and you can easily install the datetime module. And moving on, we will also install another module that would be TK video player. For that, we will write the command pip space install TK video player and press enter. You can see that the requirement is already satisfied, as I have already installed the module, so I don't have to install it again. You can just write the command or you can search in the browser that TK video player installation. You would be directed to the TK video player official page. There you will find the command to install the module. So moving on, we will start building our video player. So for that, first we'll import the packages. So first we'll import all the classes from Tkinter. Next, we will import date time We imported the datetime module. Now we will import Tkinter as Tk. We have made an alias for this, so we will use Tk only. So now we will import the field dialog box so that we can open the files that we want to browse and play on a video player. So for that we will import from Tkinter import field log. Now we will import TK video player, that would be Tkinter video class from TK video player module. So for that we will write from Tkinter video. Now we have imported all the packages. Now we will use the Tkinter module and create the Tkinter window in which we will create a video player. So for that we will write a command that would be root equal to the alias name, that was tk dot tk. So this is the simple command that would create a root window and it would display it on the screen. So for that we'll write root dot main loop. We'll save this program and run it. You could see that the take enter window has appeared on the screen. So this is a take enter window. So in this window only we'll create a video player. So we'll start with that process. Now as you've seen the take enter window, I will show you again. So we will give it a title as we have written TK here. It's default that TK would be here as we have made the alias name as TK only. So we will change it and we will write as simply video play. So for that we'll write the command root.title and inside we will write what we want to name the Tkinter window. We will name it as simply video player. So Tkinter provides many methods and one of them is geometry. This method would be used to set the dimensions of the Tkinter window. As you have seen, it has appeared in the small manner. So we will set its dimensions. And it would also use to set the position of the main window of the user's desktop. So for that, we'll write the command root.geometry and inside we will set the x-axis as 800, x and y-axis with pixel 700, and from above it would be 290, that would be the x-axis, it would be 290 pixels down. I'll show you like what it would be, and y-axis it would be 10. So we will save this and run the program. So you can see that we have set the x-axis as 800, y-axis as 700, and 290 pixels, that was x-axis, we have shifted it from 0 to here, that is 290, and 10 from above, that is on the y-axis. And we can see that it has changed the name, that is it's now simply video player. So we have changed the title of our Tkinter window. So moving on, now we'll create a frame. So for that we will write the command frame equal to tk, that was the alias for the tkinter, dot frame, and inside we will pass root, and we will just pack it. So for frame, if you don't know, I will just tell you about the frame. A frame is a rectangular region on the screen, and it can also be used as a foundation class to implement complex widgets. It is used to organize a group of widgets. So if you want to organize any button or any image, so you can just create a frame and organize those widgets into the frame. And we have used the pack here. So the pack geometry manager packs widgets relative to the earlier widget. Tkinter literally packs all the widgets one after the other in the window. We can use options like fill, expand, and cite to control this geometry manager, that is pack. So we will be seeing that pack and we'll use it many times. So you will see the functioning of that also. So now we will save it and run it. So now we will place an icon here for simply video player. We want to place an icon. So for that we have created an icon. You can create your own, and I have stored it in this logo PNG, and these images we would be using in a project only. That would be for the further forwarding and backwarding of the video. So we'll paste all these pictures here, and now we will place the logo png file. That is, we have created the icon for our simply video player. So we'll place this on the top, and for that we will write the command. So for that we will write image underscore icon. We will create a variable, and that would be equal to, we'll create a photo image object. I will tell you about it. And here we will write the location of the file we want to place it as the icon photo. And name of our file is logo png.png. So now we'll write the command root.icon photo. So this is the function here, icon photo, and in this we will pass false, comma, image icon, that is in which we have stored our logo. And now we'll save this and run it. So first we have to close our previous Tkinter window. So we'll close it and it will run our program, and you can see that we have placed the logo for simply video player. So I will tell you about the photo image object first, and we have used the icon photo method, and that is used to set the title bar icon of any Tkinter window. But to set any image as the icon of title bar, image should be the object of photo image object. We have created the photo image object. So what this photo image object is about? So when we just use the photo image and pass the file location in that, it would create a photo image object. So you can use it in any widget after you create the photo image object, and you can pass it as any argument, as image argument in any widget. And the image object is returned by the photo image function. It's easy to display a picture in Python. However, the photo image class only supports the GIF and PPM formats, which is a concern. And JPEG and JPG and PNG are the formats that are most often used. And we are using the PNG, so there's no any problem to use that. So moving on, we will create a frame in our Tkinter window. For that, we'll write the command lower underscore frame, and that would be equal to tk. That was the alias name we are using for Tkinter. Now period frame, and inside here we will pass root, and we'll set the background color as white, and we'll write the hexa code for the color white here, and that is 6 times F. And now we'll use the pack function here. We will place this frame. For that, we will use the variable we have created and the pack widget. Okay, we have to place it in the periods as it was showing error. Else it would be treated as a comment only, as we have used a hashtag and we didn't place it in inverted commas. So now we'll pack it, and inside we'll use the properties as fill equal to both, so it would be fitted in the whole window, and we will place this at the bottom of the Tkinter window. So for that we'll write side equal to bottom. And moving on, now we will create the buttons, and before creating the buttons, first we should see the demonstration of what we are going to make. So for that I will take you to a code. That is this. We will run our program, and you can see this is the Tkinter window and this is the Simply video player. We have placed the icon there, and we have to add other functions. That would be the browse, and then we will place other buttons. That would be play, pause, forward, backward, and the slider, so that you can reach to any duration you want to see on the video you would be playing. So we'll close it. As we have clicked on the play pause button, it has given an error here. So we will run it again. So when we click on browse, it would direct us to any path you want to play one of our own videos. That would be MP3 player using Python, and then we'll click on play. You can see that our video is playing. So this is the demonstration of what we are gonna make. Now we will start with placing our buttons, and after that we will add the functioning to them. So we will create the browse button first. For that we will create a variable load button that would be equal to tk load button, and inside us root, and we'll set the text equal to browse, and set the background color for button, and that would be white only. 1 2 3 4 5 6 hexacode for white. And we'll also set the font for the browse button, and we have to place this hexacode in inverted commas, else it would be termed as the comment only. It would be starting with a hash, so we have to place it in inverted commas. And now we will set the font for browse button, and that would be, we'll set it as Calibri, and we'll also set the font size. So first we'll set it as Calibri, and we'll set the font size as 12, and we'll also make it bold. It's showing error. We have to place it in round brackets. Yeah, and now we will make a command for this button. So what does this function, like, what functioning will this button do? So for that we'll write command equal to, and we will name our function as load video only. We will create this function and add the functioning to browse the mp4 files. Now we will pack this button. For that we'll write the command button dot pack, and inside we will use padding in x direction, that would be 12, and padding in y direction, we'll set it as 4, and anchor is where you want to place the button. So I will place it in the northwest, that is in the upper left direction. So for that we'll write the command tk.nw northwest. The anchor is the positioning of the button. Anchor equal to tk.northwest. Oh, sorry. So we have added the padding x and y. Moving on, we will create the Tkinter video. That would be the window in which our video would be playing. For that, first we'll create a variable video underscore player, and that would be equal to Tkinter video. Would be using that function, and inside we will pass root scaled equal to true. So you can visit the Tkinter video official page and you can see these functionings there. You would easily understand like why they are working and what's the functioning. And now we'll pack this window. So for that we will use the variable and pack it. We will expand the window and ask it to fill in both the directions. I will show you all the functioning as we will create all the buttons, and then we will create the functions for them. So what command we would be placing in these buttons. After that, you would be able to see the Tkinter window. So now we would be making the backward button. So for that, we will create a variable and name it as button backward. And here we will use a photo, like a picture. In this picture, you could see that clearly. The folder we have placed. So this is the backward image. We will use this on the button. So for that, we will create the photo image object. And inside the photo image object, we will place the location of the file as it's already located in the same folder. So we'll just write the name of the file, that is backward.png. Okay, and surely it's showing an error. We have to place it in inverted commas. Now we will create another variable naming as back, and inside we will create the button tk dot button, and inside we'll pass lower frame, as we'll place all these buttons on the lower frame we have created. So lower frame comma, and here we will pass the image, and in image we will pass the variable in which we have created the photo image object, and so the name of the variable is button backward. And now we will set its border as 0 and height equal to 50 and width also equal to 50. And now we'll ask this to function, and for that we'll use the command, and inside we'll use lambda, and we'll create a function with the name skip, and we'll skip 5 seconds. Use the pack widget to pack this button. We will place it in the side that would be left. So we'll be defining the function skip in the meantime. Before we will make another button, that would be the forward button and the play pause button, as we have seen in the demonstration. So first we'll create the play pause button. For that we will create a variable, and inside we'll pass lower frame, and here we will name text that would be displaying on button, that would be play, and we have to place it in inverted commas, and we'll set the width for this button, that would be 40, and we'll also set its height, that would be equal to 2, that would be sufficient. And now we will add the functioning to it. We will declare the play pause button, we will name it play pause on it, as it will be functioning play and pause. Now we will pack this button. For that we will use the variable name, that is play pause button, and now we'll use the pack widget, and inside we will expand this button as you've seen in the demonstration. To expand it we will use expand equal to true and fill equal to both sides. Okay, and we'll place it and side, sorry, and side equal to left. Now we will create the forward button. So for that we will create a variable as button forward, and inside we will create the photo image object, and inside we will pass the file location as we have already located the file in the same folder. So we'll just name it, we'll write the name of the file, that is forward.png. You can see in the folder that it's forward. We'll use this image. Now we have created the photo image object, and now we will create the button. For that we will write the command create a variable and name it as play button. To create a button, we would write the command tk.button, and inside this would be placed on the lower frame only, and image stored in the variable button forward. So now we would set its border equal to 0, height equal to 50, and width equal to 50. And we'll also define its command, that would be equal to, we'll use lambda, and inside here we will be forwarding the video for 5 seconds, and it would be lambda. And now we'll name the function as skip. We'll create a single function, and if we pass +5, it would be forwarding the video with 5 seconds, and if we pass -5, it would be backwarding the video with 5 seconds. Now we will use the back widget to place this button. We would declare as side is left. Okay. So now we have created the buttons. Now moving on, we will define some functions now, and we will start with these are the buttons. Now we'll define some functions. So we'll start with the duration. To update the duration, for that we'll name the function as update underscore duration, and inside we'll pass the event, any event that we would be clicking on the slide bar. So for that, first we will create a variable duration, and inside we would be using the video info method, and inside the square brackets we would pass the duration. And now the end time, we will create a variable, so with the name end time and pass text in that, and that would be equal to string. We'll use the datetime module here and time delta, and inside seconds would be equal to duration. So time delta, it's a duration of time that is used for manipulating time only. So we would be using here. And now we will create for the slider. For that, we will create a variable progress underscore slider, and inside the square brackets pass the duration, that is to which time we would be directing it to, and after that we will create another function and name it as update scale. That would be the scale of the slide bar. So we'll name the function as update underscore scale, and we'll pass the event in that, and now we'll use progress underscore value variable and set it and pass the variable vid underscore player that we have created for video player. That would be the current duration. So it would fetch the current duration. We would be updating the scale with the current duration. For that, we have used the current duration method, and we will find another function that would be the load video, and we have placed a command also for the load video. So this function would be adding the functionality to the browse button. For that, we will create a variable and named as file path and use the file dialog class and the function ask open file name, and inside if file underscore path and if video player is loading the file path, so the progress slider configure to 0 duration, and the from duration would also be equal to 0. We will declare the progress slider, so do not worry. And now Add the functionality. And now we'll some functionality. Set this only. So we will set the button as play. As you have seen that our button would be displaying two options, that would be play and the pause. And if we open the file, so it would set the slider to 0 only and the button to the play. For that, we'll write play underscore pause underscore button. That is the variable of the play pause button. And inside would pass the text in the square brackets. That would be play when we would be choosing any mp4 file. So we would be setting the button as play and progress underscore value not set will pass 0 only. Now we'll create another function and name it as seek, and inside we'll pass the value, and this function we would be using to seek a specific time frame. So for that we'll use the function seek and we'll pass the integer value in that, and now we will declare the skip function that we would be adding the command to both our buttons, that would be the forward button and the backward button, and inside we'll pass value in the form of integer. So this would be used to skip the seconds, sorry. So here we would be calling our seek function, and inside we'll pass integer and the progress slide, what duration we want, get function the value you want to make it forward. So we'll just declare the progress slider variable, so don't worry, we'll sort it out. You could see that we have used the seek function here, and we'll also use the set function. Now we'll use the set function that is already defined. We don't have to create it. So for that I will write the command progress underscore value dot set, and inside we will pass progress underscore slider, and use the get function plus value. So now we will declare the play pause function. So it would be used to play and pause the video. So we'll use if else statement here. If So before defining this function, first we will create the variable that is video player, and here we'll use the Tkinter window module. Inside we'll pass root and scaled equal to true, and now we'll use the variable and packet span this equal to true, both sides, and t would be kept up for true. So before creating this function, first we'll create the variables so that we don't get confused. So we'll start with start time, start underscore time, and that would be equal to tk. We'll create a label, and inside we will pass root and text equal to string. Inside we'll pass date time dot time delta, and we'll set seconds equal to 0. And now we will use the pack widget for this. So start underscore time dot pack, and we will place its side as left. And now we will create another variable that is progress underscore value, that is equal to tk dot where, and we'll pass root into it. And now we will create the variable progress slider. And that would be, we will create a scale here. Inside we will pass the root, and we will pass the variable that would be the progress value, as it keeps on changing. And we will start the scale from 0 and to 0. So in starting it would be in the initial point only, both the from and 0 scale, from and to equal to 0. Okay, now we will set its orientation. It's horizontal, and we will set its command equal to seek. We have defined the seek function. So now this would be easy for you guys to understand it. Now we'll pack this progress slider. and we'll set its side equal to left, and it should fill the x, that its width. So for that we'll write fill equal to x and expand equal to true. Yeah. So we have created the variable start time, progress value, progress slider. So we are left with end time. And this will create a label, pass root into that, and text equal to, will convert it into string, that would be date time dot time delta, and inside will pass seconds, that would be equal to 0. And now we'll use the pack configure widget to pack it. So dot pack and side equal to left. So set video player, we'll use the bind function, and inside we'll pass duration okay, we have defined it here, so we'll declare this beneath the video player variable. Now we will update the duration here, so we'll pass the update duration, and if video player dot bind, and if it's second changed, so we'll update the scale here, and if video player dot bind ended, so what will pass the video ended function. Not created the video ended function, so we'll create that. We have created the update duration, update scale, the video ended. So we are left with video ended function and the play pause function. So we will complete that first. So if video player is paused. So set video player to play when we click on the play or pause button. And now we'll set its text play underscore pause underscore button, and inside the square brackets we'll pass the text that would be equal to if the video player is paused, so we'll play it and set the button text as pause, and else video player is else if the video player is playing, we would make it as pause. We'll use the pause function there and set the text underscore pause underscore button. For text we'll use the square brackets. We'll set it as play. So we are done with the play pause function. Now we are left with the video ended function. So for that we'll create the function and pass the event through it. So it would handle the video when the video would be ended. Okay, so we have to this above. Okay, we'll arrange them. First we'll complete our function. So for that use progress slider and set it as progress underscore slider and pass the the duration at which it would be ended, and set the play pause button text pass this in square brackets as play, as the video would be completed. So we would turn this back into the play, and we'll set the progress slider set at 0. So now let's see what else we're getting. So we are resolved with the errors automatically. So we'll save the file and click on play button. we have got some error in line 66 and equal to out. Okay. And again. Okay, our browse button is not showing. So now let's save this and run again. So we'll close the previous window and run it again. Okay, so we are getting our browse button downwards. Okay. Here's the video player between, as these are in the packings only. So first we will place our browse button, then the video player, then the backward button, then the pause button, and then the forward button. We have named it as play. We will save this and run it. So I'll close the previous Tkinter window. Now you can see that the browse button has come at its position. So we'll click on the browse button. It's open in the downloads and there is MP3 player using Python only. Click on the play button. The file is playing. Click on the pause button and you can see the functioning of forward and backward buttons. So we are done with the project. If you have any doubt, you could just ping in the comment section. And with that, we have come to the end of this session. And I have something for you guys. Just wait. So if you are aiming to get certified in Python programming course and you want to build a Python software development career, in that case, you can check this Python certificate course by Simplilearn, which will open the doors for the best career options and opportunities. To find the details of this Python certification course, you can check in the link in the description box below. It would be the ideal solution to help you build your career in the right direction. And I hope this session was interesting and informative. If you liked it, please let us know in the comment section below and also do subscribe to our channel and stay tuned for more from Simplilearn.
Hi there, if you like this video, subscribe to the Simplilearn YouTube channel and click here to watch similar videos. To nerd up and get certified, click here.